In the time of Fudhayl bin Ayadh, rahimahullah, Sufyan bin Uyayna, rahimahullah, there was a man, his name was Mahdi. And he was somebody who used to live a life of sin, lust, alcohol, all these things. But then one day he had his servant, he had his maid. And the maid had fikr and had concern about his akhirah. So the maid made a plan that she would light a fire and burn the master, right? Just to show him the impact of fire. So she did this, and Mahdi, the person, he got up and he goes, Ahmed, what are you doing? You're burning me, imagine, right? So she said, you felt the fire and you got hurt. How you can't even bear this and tolerate this. How are you going to tolerate the fire of Jahannam? And this really struck him. It struck him that, it's true. We're all going to die, right? And we're going to be assessed based on our actions, our deed, a'malu salihah. How much good did we do? So this person, he didn't tawbah. He turned back to Allah. And he made an intention not to go back to worldly pursuits. And he lived his life like this. Fudhayl bin Ayadh and Sufyan ibn Uyayna, who were the Imams of Makkah at that time, they visited this man. And Fudhayl bin Ayadh, rahimahullah, said to this person that, look, you used to live a life of sin and now you're not. And it is the promise of Allah that when you leave sin and you do tawbah, the sacrifice you had made for the sake of Allah, Allah gives you something better in return. This is a promise of Allah. If anyone see today is thinking, okay, I do this, it's a sin, I know it's a sin. Know that if you leave this sin for the sake of Allah, Allah will give you something greater. Just know that. So Fudhayl bin Ayadh, he said, what has Allah given you? He said, in my past life, I had wealth. I had everything. And I used to squander this wealth and I used to use it for haram. And I had everything anyone in the world would want. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with my life. I had wealth, but I wasn't happy. But now I have given up all this for the sake of Allah, I am happy. And no wealth can buy this happiness. This, my khutbah today, could be the sign for you. That you turn to Allah, you leave sin, whatever you were doing previously, you leave that and you turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Him for forgiveness and live a life of piety.